What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Jamming with J Money, man. We back, ready to get to some money, man. It's another day, a little short card, you know what I'm saying? But we still gonna try to find some angles, eke out some money, you know what I'm saying? Two games, hey, still we gotta find some money out of one of them, you know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and get to it, man. How was your how you doing, Tony? I know you was off with us yesterday. Everything good with you? Make it back to the house safe, man?
Yep, safe trip back from Vegas. Made a little bit of a run Tuesday night on the roulette and blackjack tables to get a lot of what I lost back, but had the Kings Tuesday night and swatted it out at over of the Clippers last night of 106 and a half. It had to take overtime for it to happen, but it did happen. So a win's a win, even if it's by a half point.
Exactly. A win is a win, man. How you doing, Junior? Everything cool, man? How was your day yesterday?
Yeah, I hit my second money line parlay. Whenever I do these money line parlays, that's where the bulk of my money is going to go. I also hit that Dallas. I wish I would have took them full game. I hit that Dallas minus 4.5 first quarter. I hate those big first quarter spreads, but I just knew that Golden State on the third game, their third road game in 4 nights, they don't play defense on a good night. In that spot, I just knew they weren't going to play defense, but I just because the Mavericks have been so up and down lately, I was just kind of scared to back them full game because they've been sloppy at the end of games. But now that Luka is playing like an MVP candidate, it's the Mavs are a bet on team again. So I'm glad I made that play, but I'm a little disappointed in Houston on the road. I had Houston money line against Denver. I didn't hit that play, but other than that, it was a good day, so can't complain.
Yeah, it was a good day overall. Yeah, I told you guys the Knicks was up by got up by 17 points in that game. I told you guys, man, I'm not ready to lay those type of points with the 76ers. The Knicks pretty much covered that game with ease, man. Really, damn near could have pulled out the outright upset, but obviously, the 76ers are gonna make their push in the fourth quarter. They weren't about to lose that game at the house. Outscored them 35-25 in the fourth quarter to come back and get that win. The Spurs are just terrible. Like I said, I did make a bet on them yesterday. Their backs against the wall. It wasn't necessarily a good bet, but it was just a spot where I feel like it was, what I'm saying, the Spurs is now or never. I mean, they're probably going to lose their next game. I mean, I don't know. 76 ain't playing well, but I don't know. I can't bet it on the Spurs here. If there was going to be any spot, it was that one. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, and they were up in that game. I mean, they were playing good. Played a decent first half. Was up by 6 at the first half. And then in the third quarter, it was just, I mean, 38-29. Once the Wizards made their run, the Spurs tried to come back and make it a game, and you know what I'm saying, they had a chance late, but obviously the final score is the only thing that only thing that matters. 270 points scored in that game. That's the thing with Wizards games, man. I can never look at a under with them. I mean, I might lean that way, but I couldn't bet a under with them. There's no way in hell. I'm glad the Hawks there almost lost it. You know what I'm saying? I had them on the plus 11. They damn near fucked me over in that one, but they end up getting a cover. You know what I'm saying? Um, 44-point fourth quarter for them because, like I say, it wasn't look good. They got down 17-18. I'm like, damn, man, the Hawks really gonna do this for me? But they came on back and made it an 8-point game. You know what I'm saying? They only lost by 8 in that spot. So I'm glad that, like I told you guys, the Bucks, they've been traveling forever. You know what I'm saying? It was the first game of a back-to-back. They did what they needed to do, but like I say, in the second half, they're a little ran out of gas a little bit. The Hawks was running them up and down the court. It was a real up and down game. The Bucks, the Nets get it done versus the Hornets. There are a lot of people was taking the Hornets yesterday. Told you guys, man, the Nets could still beat this team even without Kyrie. They were 4-0 ATS after the last four after a win. So they've been covering spreads after a loss. That game went way under. I cashed the under net spot under 219, 219 and a half and the 220 and a half. That game only made it to 192. That was an easy under there. Only 37 points scored in the fourth quarter. The Heat smacked the shit out of the Cavs yesterday by 24 points. The Cavs tried to come back and get it down to I think what like 14 points. Then he put their foot on their necks once again. You got the one guy went over there for 9 threes. Duncan Robinson went for what 9 threes in that game. That was pretty crazy. Lost my magic bet. Vujicic and no excuses. I mean, they weren't playing well while they were still in there, but it was a close game. You know what I'm saying? Vujic and Gordon ended up going out. I told you guys hop on the second half on Twitter. I cashed the second half money line for the Raptors plus 150. Had to hedge out of that one. I don't hedge out best, but hey, without two starters out there, come on, man. Y'all know I got to take the Raptors in the second half. End up cashing in and lost on the Magic. I did take the Mavericks late once I saw that the Warriors only had 8 players. Didn't tweet that one out. They blew them out by, should have been 50 points. A little late basket there by the Warriors. You know, it was a 50-point loss. They just didn't want to make it send away. Luka, once again, 35-point triple double in 3 quarters. Absolutely crazy. I mean, he didn't play midway through the third quarter once he got the last rebound. Already all the way on them boys' ass. The Warriors look absolutely horrible. The Pistons, them boys there. I thought that was a nice spot for them as well yesterday. I still like that game, but I mean they just didn't come to play there in that second half. It was close in the first half. It was only down by 4. I mean the Pistons was up. They came out hot, and then the Bulls obviously made their run. The fact they end up winning that game by 20 though. I mean the Pistons ought to be ashamed of themselves, bro. Like for real, with all the injuries the Bulls played, the way they've been playing lately, for the Pistons been off for a whole week, and you lose. You've been practicing all week for this game. You want to lose by 20? It's absolutely terrible, man. The Jazz, we end up cashing this shit. I'm not gonna say easily, but the final score, I don't think matter. Cash the first half and the full game. Full game was the best bet of the day. I told you guys about the Nuggets yesterday, and about that under. That game went way under as well. And the Clippers, that game went to overtime, still went easy under. And the Boston Celtics end up covering that one. So, anything to say about the closing remarks about yesterday, Tony? About some games that you saw or some players that excelled yesterday?
Yeah, I thought that Clippers Boston game was one of the best games we've seen all season. Boston kind of pushed it out to about an 8-10 lead. Then Doc Rivers comes out in the second half and plays a little bit of zone. And when you got 3 elite defenders on the floor in Beverly, Kawhi Leonard, and Paul George, even if the Clippers get themselves down, they're always in the game. They're a great live bet if they do get down because they can defend. And they've got great scores. And Montrezl Harrell just attacks the boards. So I really enjoyed what I saw of the Clippers last night. I had to sweat out that over 106.5, but that was one of the better games I've seen so far this year. Just the Clippers, Celtics going back and forth. Obviously, as we know, the Celtics one of the best teams in the NBA record-wise. What we're seeing out of some of their young talent, that we kind of waited for, that maybe Kyrie held them back last year. We're seeing Jason Tatum score 25 points a night. You got guys like Wanamaker and Theis coming through and putting in some quality minutes. So that was one of the best games I've seen all year last night. I know it's still early. But I definitely liked what I saw out of the Clippers, and I still like what I see out of the Celtics, even though they lost.
Yeah, that's a damn good point there. The Celtics definitely were scrappy in there, even though they ended up losing that game, like you say. I mean, they still took the Clippers, who had Leonard and George for the first time all year, full squad. The Clippers did. Obviously, they're gonna be nice, but didn't really have a whole lot of chemistry there. We know that the Celtics are a damn good defensive team. There's no way in hell I couldn't take the under in that spot, man. Went to overtime, still cashed the under. I'm mad that I didn't hop on that first half under. Anything that's pointed out to you yesterday, Junior?
Yeah, actually, a couple things. That the way Denver shut down James Harden, that was really impressive. They basically double teamed him every single time that he tried to do anything. I mean, when was the last time James Harden shot only 16 times in a game? That's why I'm a little pissed off that I lost that bet. Not to say that I didn't deserve to lose that bet. It's actually, I'm really impressed by Denver's game plan. Like, probably going to see a lot of teams. I mean, not every team is as good defensively as Denver, obviously, but you're going to see more teams try and do that because, like, James Harden shoots 16 threes alone in some games, let alone 16 shots. So if you can just hold him, because he was 8 for 16, so he actually shot the ball really well. He scored 27 points, but it's the first time in like 8 games that he hasn't scored over 30 points. So that really stood out to me yesterday. And Lauri Markkanen side, and I've been talking every game. I keep saying, or every day that we talk about the Bulls, I keep saying I can't. They're not a bet on team for me until Lauri Markkanen gets right. He had 20 points yesterday, and that's the first time he's had 20 points since the first game of the season, which is ridiculous. So hopefully he could do that in consecutive games and get it going. And then maybe I might even think about betting on Chicago one day. But yeah, that stood out to me. Luka Doncic's dominance stood out to me, but the Warriors don't really play any defense, so that's not surprising. And yeah, you guys are right. That Clippers Boston game was it's just a great basketball game. Nice to see Kawhi and Paul George on the court together, and too bad there's only 2 games today, but as usual, we're going to do our job and get into it and see what kind of spots we can find today.
Exactly. And I want to say one thing, and it's not just because I'm from Dallas, but if the Mavericks make the playoffs this year or get, I would even say like somewhere close to a 6 seed, he got to be in the conversation for MVP, man. I know it's usually, you know what I'm saying, one of the top teams in one of the East or West. I don't think Giannis is going to win it back to back. And if somebody's going to win in the West, I mean, you got to put LeBron in. If the Lakers stay atop there, you got to put him in the toss. But the way the numbers that he keep putting up these triple doubles, man. You're gonna see. You saw Russell Westbrook get the MVP on the terrible team because he pretty much averaged a triple double. You know what I'm saying? Done that, I think, the past 3 years. But I mean, the way that Luka's playing, doesn't really matter who's playing. They can't guard him out there. They're not guarding the 3. You can't play him far enough. He's looking like a Steph Curry out there from 3-point. I mean, he's unstoppable. He's hitting those threes at a high clip, man. I mean, like I said, the game he had last night, like it was against the Warriors, but still, those back-to-back games that he did that, and he could have went for 50 or 60 points last night if he would have played the whole fucking game, and that's what I want to see. Fuck that taking it light on the Warriors. Fuck that 50-point lead is not enough. We need to win by 70, 75 on them boys. The way they've been killing everybody lately in the league. We need to make these boys rethink their basketball career, make Steve Kerr retire over there because they've been killing everybody. I love to see this, and I told everybody this in the summer that the Warriors are going to be horrible. I was telling people here in Dallas, hey, the Mavs are going to be whooping up on the Warriors now. It's going to be, you know what I'm saying? Rubio, game time decision. Pelicans don't want to see that boy play tonight. We let's go get to some games tonight. I just wanted to say that real quick about Lucas because I know he's playing 4 or 5 years already professionally already. You know what I'm saying, Sylvania. But hey, the guy's still what he's doing over here at this age in the NBA against NBA player talent. That shit is crazy, bro. Looking like a Steph Curry out there. Let's go ahead and get to this first game, man. Let's get into this first game. We got the Bucks at the Trailblazers at the Bucks. I mean, the Trailblazers. I mean, come on, you starting Carmelo Anthony. I mean, you can't just throw them in there like that. Their offense, while Carmelo was on the floor, they was getting out a score about 20 points. I don't know. He's not. You can't just bring a guy off the street like that. I know he's an ex-NBA player, but come on now, bro. You can't just bring him in like that starting. That was pretty desperate move there. They stayed in that game. I cast that bet with the Blazers in the first quarter. They were up by 1 in the first half as well. I don't know if that says good for the Blazers or bad for the Pelicans defense. I mean, because a lot of people's on the Pelicans in that game, and yeah, they end up covering the full game. The Blazers ran out of gas in the second half. The Blazers are not a bet-on team whatsoever. I'm staying away from it here. But I mean, the way I'm looking at this game, I can't bet the Bucks in this spot. It's the same thing why I took the Hawks yesterday, and obviously they were 11-point home dogs. But the Bucks have been traveling all over the place, man. They had played the third game in 5 nights last night, and then now you got them fourth game in 6 nights, traveling from Atlanta all the way up here to Milwaukee. I mean, it's no bet for me. Only play I can make on this game. You look at the Bucks, the last 3 games, they're third in defensive or second in defensive efficiency. My theory says take the good defensive team on the back-to-back with travel. So that's the only way I could look at this game is the under. You see it open at 230.5 down to 227.5. I'm liking the under this game. I need to see a few more injuries. It looks like Simmons went through shoot around, but Whiteside is still looking like he's questionable with a hip. He didn't go through shoot around. So if Whiteside's not in there, they actually, I mean, the Blazers aren't going to score a lot of points, but that's not going to be good for their defense if Whiteside in there. I hadn't made a play on this game yet. The only play I can make on this game is the under. Man, a lot of people are going to be on the Bucks. If you like the Bucks, take them now because I can only see it going up. But I'll tell you one thing. This is a spot where the Bucks might rest some people, man. A back-to-back spot. They've been traveling all over. They've been playing a crazy schedule lately. They can rest Giannis and still fucking win this game. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see them rest a few guys here tonight. What you got, Tony?
Yeah, I like the under as well, big time. It's at 227.5 right now. It's the 4th straight road game. 4 at 6 for Portland. They're starting to head kind of towards the East Coast of the side of the country. As you mentioned, there's a lot of injuries. Dame didn't play the other night. If you're going to start Carmelo Anthony, who's going to slow down Giannis Antetokounmpo? I've got the over of him of 32.5 points. I think he'll go off tonight. But I certainly like the under. As you mentioned last night, it's a back-to-back for the Milwaukee Bucks. Yeah, they scored 135 and gave up 127 last night. But it was a Hawks comeback. It kind of wore the Bucks down there late, trying to weather that storm when the Atlanta Hawks came back. That's why I like the under on this one at 227.5. And then if you get that, kind of like I got the Blazers the other night and the Dame was ruled out and they do decide to rest some people, I think you'll be sitting really pretty. But I like the under 227.5. As you mentioned, the Bucks second in defense efficiency. The under is 5-1-1 for the Bucks after giving up 100 points. I know it's a back-to-back. I think it's going to slow the Bucks down a little bit, and I think Portland's going to have a hard time scoring the ball. I mean, outside of C.J. McCollum and Damian Lillard, who's going to score tonight? Simons might be okay, but he's day-to-day, as you mentioned. Hassan Whiteside didn't practice. There's just too many question marks pointing towards taking the under, so I'm going to take the under here of 227.5, and I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Exactly, and the under is 7-3 in the last 10 meetings as well. What's your look on this game, Junior? Your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, I got my play of the for the day is another money line parlay, but this time it's first halves. I've got the Bucks minus 410, and I've got the Suns minus 160. I just like the Bucks in this spot for a couple of different reasons. First of all, I've been saying every episode that we talk about the Blazers, how I think they have the worst front court in the league. Like, Carmelo Anthony is one of my favorite players. I've said this before. I've been following him since he was at Syracuse. I love Carmelo, but you said it best already, bro. He's basically a dude off the street at this point. He's been playing basketball for a long time, and to expect him to have an effect, especially defensively, you're dreaming at that point. So now you're giving me Giannis against what's basically the worst front court in the NBA, bro. I just think Giannis is going to eat here. I feel like Tony's bet, I might have to hop on that. That 32.5 seems like a no-brainer to me. I like the fact that yesterday they got sloppy against the Hawks because they had taken Giannis out with like 5 minutes left, and Hawks came back and got it so close that they had to put him back with like 2 minutes left. So there's no way Budenholzer is going to be happy about that. And the Bucks average like 62, 63 points per first half at home, if I'm not mistaken. Definitely over 60. What's there to like about the Blazers? Damian Lillard's not playing. Anthony Simons sprained his ankle, so even if they say he's going to play, he's not going to be 100%. Now Whiteside's got a hip, and he's not even playing well anyways. The Blazers right now are a complete stay away team, or you know what I mean, bet against team. I'm fading the Blazers really hard here against one of the best home teams in the NBA, with the reigning MVP against the worst front court in the NBA. So for me, I just need the Bucks to cover, right? It's Bucks money line. I think it's an absolute no-brainer.
Right. Yeah, I could definitely see that. I don't know.
Sorry, that parlay, by the way, Jay, sorry to cut you off. So it's Bucks minus 410 first half, Suns minus 160 first half, pays plus 102.
Nice way to get some plus money. Yeah, I think that regardless of what I'm finna say here, you know what I'm saying, I think that you still cash that regardless. I mean, especially just on the money line, you just need them to be up by one at the half. I'm not touching the side in this game. I got a crazy feeling here. Like I said, it is early. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see them. You look at Giannis, nobody touched 30 minutes last night, really even over 27 minutes, except for Giannis. He played 30 minutes. What if Budenholzer know, like, hey, I'm gonna run, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put him back in. We're gonna rest you tomorrow night. Even though Giannis says he's the player, you ask him about the load management, about with Kawhi Leonard and all this. Giannis say, hey, he want to play every game. He gonna, you know what I'm saying? Coach can't really tell me he can't play. I mean, that's not necessarily the case. In theory, I feel like this is a game where I'm not saying they're going to for sure. It just wouldn't surprise me. They're gonna rest. I think they're gonna rest somebody. In the regular season, you just don't need to go balls to the wall. This is not a good traveling spot for the Bucks. I mean, if yesterday wasn't a good spot for them, I think today is even worse. Honestly, when I'm looking at the game yesterday, I'm like, damn, I hope Lillard's in. You know what I'm saying? I hope he's in. Then the injuries in both games don't help me out. They just made me want to stay away. I was hoping that the Blazers are going to be a full goal in this one. I thought this would get a Bucks a run. I'm not touching the Blazers without Lillard. There's no way in hell. Simon's probably going to play. Whiteside still questionable. There's too many questions in this game to me, but somebody's going to sit. And, I mean, whether if it's just Wesley Matthews or somebody, you know what I'm saying? He's an older player. These guys been logging some minutes, man, and the Bucks are a deep team. They can still come here and take care of business. I'm just thinking that if you like the Bucks, I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, in theory, it's a huge public side as well. Everybody think that the Bucks gonna be so easy, and it could be, but I'm staying away from it just because I know that they've been traveling all over the spot here. The Blazers are not a bet on team whatsoever, man. It's tough. I wish the Blazers had a few more pieces over there that I could back them, but I do like the under here. Maybe the Blazers team total under as well. I don't see them. I mean, they only scored 104. So a game versus the Pelicans, who like to run a gun, they only scored 104 points against. That's not good, man. That game only went to 219. Why can't this one go under the 227? You know what I'm saying? With the Bucks on the back-to-back, not really wanting to run up and down the court. They should be wanting to slow this one down. You know what I'm saying? Win a little ugly game. I'm gonna have to take a look at the under here, man. Like I said, I already did. I'm leaning heavily to that under here, man. And I think if some Bucks get ruled out here, that would only help. Let's go ahead and get to this next game, man. Another spot where we got a shitload of injuries. I mean, should we get to the part now where NBA, you know what I'm saying, where these injuries starting to pile up and shit? You got players that's sitting out or whatever. You got to stay on top of it, man. So the way that I'm looking at this game, and I did think of just right before the show, I'm thinking about this game deeply. You know what I'm saying? I found a whole nother angle. You're gonna love it, Junior. But a lot of people like the Pelicans here. No, and Alonzo Ball might come back tonight as well. A lot of people might like the Pelicans here on the road. I don't. I mean, the only way I could look at in this spot is the Suns. I know they have been playing well. They still show me something versus the Kings over there. They could have got ran off the floor there. They came and made it a game there late. Damn near, you know what I'm saying, came back and covered that spread. Hey, whoever had the Kings -3, -2, I'm telling you, you were sweating bullets in that game because, hey, that damn near could have landed there too. That would have been real crazy there. Suns coming off back-to-back losses, like I say, played well in the last game. Even Rubio left a little early, you know what I'm saying, got injured in that game. His back spasms whatsoever. Again, he's listed doubtful or game time decision in this game tonight. The Pelicans better hope that Rubio don't play. If Rubio plays, man, I think it's going to be a game changer. I know the Suns are starting to regress somewhat, but off 2 losses, the Pelicans don't play a lot of defense, and they don't really want to, in my opinion, the Pelicans they don't want to play a team that plays defense. You know what I'm saying? The Pelicans are good when they facing a team that don't really play no D. Team that play defense, they'll stifle the Pelicans and don't really play a lot of defense. It's Suns or nothing for me. Hidden angle. The Pelicans fired Monty Williams, man, after taking them to the first playoff run in fucking forever. And they fired him. Monty Williams is the coach of the Suns now, playing the Pelicans. Hidden angle there that I don't think anybody's talking about. I think the Suns still got the pieces here. I mean, you're gonna have players like Oubre on Ingram. I like that defense on Ingram there. He's their best player by far. If Rubio is out, Javon Carter going to obviously have to step up the bench. I still, you know what I'm saying? I think that the Suns come to play here at the house, man. I might have to ride. I know what Junior looking at. Go ahead. What you liking, Junior? Because I might have to ride with you on this one.
Yo, bro, it's funny. We always talk about when we agree, it's not always good for the show because sometimes, we got to disagree. But when we agree, it makes me confident I'm about to make money because I'm not going to say I'm on the Monty Williams angle in the same way as you are. I'm on the Monty Williams angle in the sense that I think that if you look at Phoenix's losses, right? So Phoenix is 7-6. So they've lost against Denver, Utah, Miami, the Lakers, and Boston. So now in the last game, like you said, they were scrappy. They could have actually beat the Kings. They ended up losing that game. If I'm Coach Monty Williams, I'm like, yo, fellas, we can't be dropping games against teams that we're better than. So we're at the house now. We're playing against the Pelicans, a team that we're obviously better than. We got to take care of business. You know what I'm saying? So I just like it from that angle. Now you just reinforce it with the fact that, you know what I'm saying, they did Monty Williams dirty, bro. He got them to the playoffs. He should have never been fired from that job, and then they ended up being much worse off from the moment that he left. So I love that angle too. And I'm just riding with I'm the type of dude, like when I bet on teams, one of the most important things to me is, do the best players on this team like give a shit about winning and losing and play hard? Like if you watch Kelly Oubre throughout his career as a basketball player, the one thing you can never say, bro, is that he doesn't play hard. And that was one of the reasons why they came back in that Sacramento game and made it a close game. Him and Devin Booker's obviously been playing hard. He's been playing incredible, actually, shooting over 50% from the floor and 50% from three. And, bro, at home, Devin Booker shoots 58% from the floor at home. He's about to cook these boys because the Pelicans don't play no defense. Another reason why I'm on the Suns early, like I said, not only do they want to establish something, if you look at the Pelicans as a road team, they're a -7 road team. They average 113 points per game on the road. but they let up 120. That's not going to cut it against this Phoenix team because they might not even score 113 against Phoenix, and you land up 120. The Phoenix Suns got guys that, like I said, Devin Booker's ready to cook. Kelly Oubre comes to play. I know Ricky Rubio might be out. If Ricky Rubio is in, I might have to hop back on the full game Suns because I don't like anything about the Pelicans as a road team, bro. So I think for me, all I need is the Suns to win by 1 point in the first half, and I'm good. So that's my play.
Exactly, and it won't be too far off from the actual spread. What, -2, -2.5? You got any look on this game, Tony?
Yeah, I'm not going to go big on it, but I do like the Suns in this one as well, especially on the money line. The Suns are 4-0 in their last 4 home games versus a team that has a sub-400 winning percentage, which obviously the Pelicans do. They're 5-1 in their last 6 following a straight-up loss. This team always seems to bounce back. They're 8-2 in their last 10 when their opponent scores 100 or less in the previous game. So I think, like you guys mentioned, the Pelicans are going to have a hard time scoring in this game. I like the Suns. I like that money line in the first half, and I like it for the full game as well. I'm not going to go crazy on it, but I do like the Suns in a bounce-back game here. They had that tough loss 2 nights ago in Sacramento. They got blown out at home on Monday to the Boston Celtics. But I like another bounce-back situation here for the Phoenix Suns, and I'm on it with you guys as well. You know, if Ricky Rubio plays, that just changed the dynamic of what this team can do. He dishes the balls so much better. There's so much more ball movement for the Suns to be able to score, and they get back in defensive transition. I really like the Suns in this one to not only win on the money line, but definitely to cover the spread.
Exactly, and so when you look at the last game, like I say, Rubio went out. So the way I'm looking, and so no Baines as well. You got to remember, they pretty much the last game in that push that they made, it was without Rubio and Baines. Obviously Baines didn't play the whole damn game. They got some scrappy players over here. Kaminsky obviously gonna need him to come to play. I think Okafor is questionable. Favors ruled out. This real team still really don't have any bigs. I mean, you got Jackson Hayes, who's been stepping up, but this is a role spot. It's not playing here at the house, man. The past 2 games they played, they struggled against the Warriors and the Blazers. I don't care what nobody say. They struggled against the Blazers. You, even if that was your game to play and with Ingram in, why you didn't come out there and bust the Blazers in the first half with Carmelo playing? You know what I'm saying? You had to do it in the second half when the Blazers run out of gas on the back-to-back. I'm not impressed with this Pelicans team, bro. People can take them all they want, bro. This is not a team that plays defense. They still got injuries. Yeah, you got Ingram back and may even get a ball back tonight. If Rubio's in, it's going to be scary. I mean, I'll definitely be on the Suns. If Rubio's out, when he gets ruled out, we'll probably get a little bit better line. The Money Williams angle, I was gonna stay off this game, man. I'm gonna ride with Junior here with the Suns in the first half. I definitely think they come out hot, and if depending on the Rubio, I think whether he's in or out, I think I'm gonna wait. I think I'm gonna hop on the Suns in the full game as well, man. I like this team to be scrappy, even though it looks like they're regressing. Devin Booker is not gonna stop going at you, and a team that doesn't play defense against a team that does play defense at the house. A team coming off two losses against a team coming off 2 wins. Man, say this is a Suns spot. I don't care what nobody say about the Pelicans. They don't play enough defense for me to be for this little short spread. Pretty much ask them to win the game on the road here. I don't think they come in here in Phoenix to get this dub. Like I say, even with no Rubio, they played well, came back and made that a game. Even on the road against the Kings, real scrappy. Mikal Bridges, 20 points. Cameron Johnson, 18 points. He's gonna be playing tonight. We need that production from Kaminsky, starting center. You know what I'm saying? Kelly Oubre Jr. giving us 20 out there. He's never really been an offensive player. He giving us offense this year. Money Williams got this team playing, and with this hidden angle that I'm thinking about while I'm brushing my fucking teeth, we finna cash these bets, man. I like them. I'm rocking with them. I'm taking the Suns in the first half. Lock me in for that. I'm gonna wait on the full game. I'm gonna try to get that 3, man. I hope Rubio ruled out. We get the Suns -3, but if he ruled in, it's obviously gonna make me like it even more. Devin Booker gonna go off tonight, man. I might have to look at that as well. Pelicans gonna get their points, but I like the Suns to prevail in this spot. They play better defense, man. You got Javon Carter out there. You know what I'm saying? He gonna play some damn good defense as well. He didn't even play in that last game, so he said he better come to fucking play today, man. I'm liking them Suns, and I'm gonna take that under as well, man. In the Bucks game, I'm taking that under 227.5. It already dropped 3 points on me, man. But hey, I'm still taking that under as well, man. So those are my plays. You want to recap your plays, Junior, before we get out of here? Well, you only had 2 games, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a first half money line parlay. Bucks first half -410. Suns first half -160, pays +102. I just think that both these teams, bro, they're gonna come out swinging in the first half, man. All I need them to do is win by 1. I'm good with that.
Exactly. Yeah, and they saying Ball is playing tonight. I don't give a shit. I don't care.
I don't care,
It's not
bro.
a game
You know
It's
who
not
else
a
is
game
playing?
changer for me.
J
It's his
Money,
first game.
Devin Booker. He's playing too.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, man. I hope Rubio come. I hope Rubio, man, get a massage. Go get a fucking massage. I don't care who. Hey, if you got to get some little sucky with it, man, go get a massage. Go get your back massage, man, and get your ass in the game. Y'all done lost 2 straight games. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to get back. Y'all lost too many games last year, bro. It's time to win. You got a coach playing his former team. It wasn't me. I mean, he went and coached for OKC as well. Took a break, all this shit. He still remember that shit. He want to smash the Pelicans tonight, bro. And I got a fucking bet on it. It is what it is. What you liking, Tony?
Yeah, first game of the night, I'm going to go Bucks Blazers. Ride that out with you tonight, Jay. I just think that there's not enough scoring, especially on the side of the Portland Trail Blazers. They might not even reach 90 tonight. I know it's tough with Dame and CJ. You think they're going to score, but with Simons on that bad ankle, as we mentioned, Hassan Whiteside possibly out. Definitely taking the under in that one. Also taking the over on Giannis's point total at 32.5. I already took it. I think he's going to score between 35 and 40 in a blowout win tonight. And then I'm going to take the Suns -4.5. I'm going to expect and hope Ricky Rubio gets his little massage and gets out there. Devin Booker is going to score the ball early and often tonight. And again, coming off back-to-back losses, I know, Jay, you're fired up because the Suns cost you money 2 nights ago against the Boston Celtics. Let's get that money back tonight with the Suns -4.5. I like them to ride it out at home.
Exactly. And if you're a team that wants to beat the Suns, you got to come in there like the Celtics playing stifling defense. It's not the fucking Pelicans. They want to do it. They want to do it with offense. What was you finna say?
Yeah, and think about this too. I mean, I like this angle, and maybe people don't really look at it when you're betting, but this is a TNT game, and I can't imagine the Suns have had more than 4 TNT games over the last 5 years. So you want to have the arena packed because there's been nights where they play. I mean, I was in Arizona back in March, and I could have got $3 tickets to see them play the Bulls. I think Talking Stick Arena tonight is going to be loud and proud. It's their first game on TNT in a long time. They finally have a team that can compete in the West. They might not make the playoffs, but they're at least competitive. They're going to probably win 25-plus games this year. That TNT factor where you got to bring it. You're on national TV. You can get some national attention here that you probably haven't gotten in the last 3 to 4 years. That's why I like the Suns in this one to cover the 4.5.
Exactly. And I'm looking at the spread, and it looks like it just jumped up to 229.5. So I'm still trying to see what's going on. Like it's right now, if I want to get the under, like it just jumped back up to 229.5. So that's what it's looking like right now. I'm still liking the under. I mean, it's not gonna give me out. I mean, I guess if Whiteside is out, I guess that does really help out. But I'll have to hop on the Blazers team total then. You know what I'm saying? I'll tweet it out to let you guys know the official, but that under gonna hit, bro. The Bucks are not finna go for 130 points tonight. They're not finna go balls to the wall. And when I'm liking the Suns, man, I do like the first half a little bit better than the full game, but we're gonna ride both of them. I like that TNT angle as well. Obviously, just 2 games. Both of them are on TV. So, and I told y'all if y'all tuned in, I was gonna give y'all a college pick, man. I got a bunch of them, but one of them I do like. This is my best play, man. I'm going with double revenge from last year as well. Give me New Mexico tonight, plus the 4, man. I might hop on the money line as well. They done lost to New Mexico State 5 straight times, bro. They lost twice to them last year. You know what I'm saying? New Mexico got a better team than them this year. Got a few transfer players came in. I think they're a better spot. Got a common opponent. New Mexico State lost to UTEP by 15 at UTEP. New Mexico, and I was on UTEP last game. New Mexico damn near won that game. Only lost by 3 to UTEP. Common opponent. I think they're a better team. We're getting points. It is on the road. It's an in-state rivalry. Give me New Mexico plus the 4. We out. It's only 2 games today. We rocking with the Suns in the first half and the full game, and we taking the under in the Bucks game, and I might have to hop on the Blazers team total under as well. Like I say, the Bucks are number 3 in defensive efficiency the last 3 games, man, and they in a little bad spot, but I think they're gonna slow it down tonight, man. Let's cash these bets. We appreciate y'all for tuning in with Jamming with J Money. I told y'all tuned in. I was giving you a college basketball pick, man. I probably finna hop on Florida here as well, -13.5. St. Joe's a trendy dog here. Florida gonna show everybody what's up. They've been playing terrible lately, but I think Florida finna blow the shit out of St. Joe's. Everybody is on St. Joe's. Huge public underdog is not something that you want to be on. Trust me, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in, and come back and check out with us tomorrow, man. We appreciate it. We gone.
Stay away from Florida, dude. Those dudes scare me.